I did it for the stream, I did it for charity, and sometimes it wasn't pretty. What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? Yes, as part of my fundraising effort and ongoing effort to raise money for disaster relief for both Florida and Texas, I had a live stream. You see the clan name Clash for Charity, and the attack, known affectionately as Noah's Ark, bringing 2 of every unit. Now, obviously, you can't bring 2 of every single unit anymore, but as close as I could possibly come right here. Thanks to some donations during the stream, I was asking for $50 to name your attack. And so we had Dan donate 50 bucks. We also had Lurik donate at least $50. These guys really helping out. And the requests, well, one request was for Noah's Ark, and I let these guys decide where they wanted to do it as far as like a friendly challenge or for actual trophies. They demanded it be for actual trophies, and so we got in there. But as you can see, Noah's Ark, maybe not the worst attack strategy of all time. It actually worked out. Maybe a little help from the spells here. I wasn't forced to bring 1 of every spell, and it looks like the Archer Queen is kind of headed in the right direction. Can she possibly get to the Town Hall? She's got 1 solitary healer on her right here. We use her ability, and watch what happens right here. Giant Bomb, Springtrap, but the defending Archer Queen is just out of range. Just barely out of range of the Archer Queen. You'll notice she came after those skeletons, but not the Archer Queen. And sure enough, we are going to get the Town Hall down for the 2nd star. Now imagine being Carlos right now and coming back and seeing this attack composition. This army just 2-starred you. That is quite the lineup right there. Look at that. I've never seen it go quite so long. But 69%, we got the magic number. We got the 2-star. And, well, it wasn't the only troll or unusual attack. This one, another very generous donation, asked for, you guessed it, all giants. So there was a gap in this base. Check out the gap right here, you guys. This was all of the difference right here between the win and the loss. And that early ability of the Grand Warden, the rage spell, here comes the giants out of the clan castle. Ironically enough, giants on offense, giants on defense. You can see the Barb King. He went towards the outside, unfortunately. Would have liked to have had them all go towards the inside, but the Archer Queen does get to the Town Hall for the 1st star. And unbelievably, all giants apparently also a viable tactic, although of course we were blessed with that gap in the base. Whether it was intentional or not, worked out really well. And sure enough, very close to that 2nd star. It is going to come down to the Barbarian King at the top of your screen, working on that Archer Tower, and there it is, the 2nd star. A 2-star attack with all giants on this pretty high level Town Hall 11. And we're going to run it out. You'll notice that it comes down to 1 solitary archer is all that is left after we lose our Grand Warden. So the fact that you're seeing attacks like this win, and not only win, but get 2 stars, kind of makes me think, and I hate to say it, offense is a bit overpowered right now. If this is what we're seeing, if we could see this strange of an army composition grab 2 stars over a pretty high level Town Hall 11, then I feel like defense just is severely lacking right now, and we pick up another 2-star win. Now, what continued in the live stream was more donations, and unfortunately, more and more challenging army compositions, until we got to the point that there was pretty much no way. And what is too hard to overcome, you ask? How about all Lava Hounds and all skeleton spells? Thank you again so much, Dan, for the kind donation to charity. We are raising money for Shelter Box. It's a charity that helps rebuild homes and shelters for people affected by disasters. So not just Texas, not just Florida, but the whole Bahamas area and internationally. Obviously, there are millions and millions of people affected by these storms. It's not too late to donate, you guys. If you stop by www.mixer.com/Galadon, you can donate. Just let me know where you want the donation to go, and I will make sure it gets there. 100% of the money donated goes to these charities. Now, right here, we've got a case of not-so-smart heroes. The king and the queen were both stuck on walls, and, okay, come on. It's not like we really had a chance to win this anyway. It was all lava hounds and skeleton spells. So not only did they control my troops, they controlled my spells, and that left me with no choice but to hand over 29 trophies to a Titan 2 player. So that does it for the troll attacks, but it did get me thinking, okay, if offense is this strong, let's get out there and try some of these attacks on our own and actually try to make them work. So here we go with all giants. Okay, so we've got 50 or 53 giants here total. We brought 4 earthquake spells. Now, in this attack, I didn't bring any wall breakers. And with this base layout, unfortunately, there's really no way to get to the core right here. As you can see, the town hall really well protected. Obviously, 8 earthquakes would have done it, or even 4 on the interior walls and then some wall breakers on the outside. But I wanted to go purist right here, and what I mean by that is pure giants and nothing else. Now, the earthquake spells don't quite get that interior wall. Didn't matter anyway, because obviously you're not going to get into the town hall enclosure there with that clever little double wall setup that you have. So smart, John Eric. Good job, Tokyo Robot Lords. Think you're so. Anyway, so we've got our giants moving in, 50-something giants. Rage spells on the left, rage spells on the right. Did not use the Warden's ability. Probably should have used it there early while I had everybody within range. The Eagle Artillery raining down on the giants. Finally, the Warden activates his ability. But, of course, as you can see, really no chance of getting in and clearing out that town hall. Now, I dropped the king late. The king is actually working like a cleanup troop or troops once he activates his ability, because with all those giants, really the Archer Queen was the only unit that was going to help take out structures, and she is by herself over there on the right-hand side, facing off with the defending Barbarian King on the left-hand side. My own BK is about to get hammered by the Eagle Artillery, but not before we get to 46%, and we lose the Archer Queen at the top. We've got the Barb King and his ability left, and sure enough, he has plenty of health left to grab us that first star and just barely get us the victory. But nonetheless, a kind of strange victory using only giants. It really signifies right now that offense is just super overpowered, and maybe the game should be more of a challenge. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think that the game should be more difficult at this high level? Should it be harder to pick up a victory? Maybe back like it was if you guys, some of you have been playing for 3 years. 3 years ago, things were a lot harder than they are now. Here, it's pretty tough not to at least grab a 1 star. So we're going to move on, and sure enough, this time we're going to bring the earthquake spells and wall breakers. So we found a base. It's actually not that different than the previous base, but it's got that inner double ring of walls or triple ring of walls. Either way, we can breach it with the earthquake spells very carefully right here, trying to guide my units in. We're going to do a little bit of funneling right here. The wizards behind the giants going to clear out on the right and the left. The wall breakers getting that wall open, and now you can see that straight path right to the town hall. So now all of my giants come in, 50 or so giants, dropping in the heroes as well. I've got 3 rage spells, and now it's just a matter of how many of those guys are going to go left and how many are going to go straight in. And it looks like we expected them to split up. They did, but we've got enough units headed down the center that hopefully we can get to the town hall, losing a few giants off to the left. Worried more about the core than anything else. Last rage spell goes down right on top of the town hall. Still have both heroes' abilities. The Barb King is on the town hall, and he gets it down. So we've got the first star. On the outside, we've got some cleanup archers out there. The giants just taking every single defense out. And 37%, 39, 40%, and we still have both hero abilities. So we're going to have to hit the Barb King's ability. The Archer Queen doing a great job down there, and she is hanging out with the Grand Warden like we almost always see. 44% damage. Finally going to need to use her ability as well, but it's going to be enough. At the top left of your screen, you can see the giants cleared out that entire area up there, so there's lots of structures that are unprotected. So we grabbed a 2-star with such a strange army composition. A little bit better thought out than the mass giant of before. and I'm going to be kicked out. Now, you guys ever wonder, does that seem kind of rude? You're going to be kicked out. I mean, maybe it should say you're going to be, you know, a forced rest like they used to call it, or whatever it is. Your villagers need a break, not you're being kicked out. I don't know. That's just me. But, okay. So, pretty solid attack. Got to admit, 61, 62% or so with, well, where's the other percent? Oh, yeah, we're going to grab this. We're going to grab this elixir storage over here on the left-hand side. Fast forwarding through the last minute or so of this attack. We will get through it in just a second. There we go. The archers working their way through a wall, working their way through the elixir storage, and there it is. 4 trophies, and just giants. And they're so cheap to train right now. So there you guys go. There are some unusual attacks. Make sure you check me out on Mixer.com. Please help me help those affected by these terrible, terrible storms. Help support Shelterbox or do whatever you can in your neighborhood, but most of all, be safe. Thank you guys again. Have a fantastic day. Love you all. And of course, I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.